Hello and welcome back to another video. It's just finished. Algeria 1, Mali 0, which means we are 26 games unbeaten. Yes, come on, 26 games unbeaten. That is matching the African unbeaten record of 26, also set by the Ivory Coast. One unbelievable achievement. We haven't lost for ages, since we lost to Benin, I think, away in an AFCON qualifier. 26 games unbeaten. That's incredible. I mean, this is serious stuff. That's almost like a whole league season. 26 games without losing, playing all sorts of countries from around the world. Unbelievable achievement. We're going for that record, guys. We're going for that 35, I think is the record. We're going for the record. We are now 9 games from matching the all-time unbeaten record matched by Brazil and Spain. So pretty much incredible. Very good stuff indeed. However, that was a very difficult game, a very tricky game. And I was thinking that was a game we were lucky to win. I would have been happy with a draw, because that first half was awful. It's one of the worst first halves I've seen by Algeria in a long time. All over the place in the first half. I think that was down to the team that Belmadi picked. There were some questionable decisions, particularly in the midfield. We're going to talk about the midfield in a second. But having said that, the thing is, when you're that good, when you're champions, you win without playing well. You don't have to play well and you still win games. That's a sign of true champions, winning when you're not even playing well. I mean, we're not at our best and we're still winning games. That says a lot about how good our team is right now and the confidence we have. And we've also kept a clean sheet against a solid Mali team. But that Mali team were very good, particularly in the first half, and they were missing a lot of their players. A lot of the key Mali players, Marega, Bissouma, they all weren't playing, but we've got to say we were very lucky at half-time. We couldn't wait for the half-time whistle to come. I was thinking I'd be very happy just to take a draw. But anyway, let's look at the starting 11. So Rice and Bulhi returns in goal, Akija onto the bench. And Bulhi faced a lot of shots, but a lot of Mali's shots were actually off target, so didn't have to do too much. Zafan at right back, because Yusuf Attal has unfortunately left with an injury. Beniard has been called up as a backup right back, so Zafan at right back. Mandy and Ben Lamry, the tried, trusted and tested centre-back pairing. Rami Bensebaini on the left. Midfield, Adlin Gudiora with Badawi and Zarouki. That didn't work at all in the first half. And the amazing front three. Basically, the front three won us the game. Bounedjah, Mahrez on the right, and Belali on the left. Now, Mali in the first half were much the better team. They should have been 2-0 up. They had some great chances. And it looked really lacklustre. We just kept passing the ball around the back. Couldn't get through the midfield, no creativity in the midfield, not good enough. And I think the problem is Gudiora, Badawi and Zarouki, they can't play together. I think they're too similar. They're all defensive-minded players. Badawi is playing a little bit further forward. He looked out of position. Zarouki, physically, is not great. Zarouki needs to bulk up a little bit, particularly against the sub-Saharan teams. I think Zarouki had a much better second half. I think he was poor in the first half. He had a very good second half, I think. Badawi was poor in the first half. He got substituted. Gudiora was almost playing as a centre-back. That's how deep we were dropping at times. Gudiora was almost sitting in a back three, having to defend. But that was the team. But we didn't see much from the front three, because we weren't getting the ball to Mahrez, we weren't getting the ball to Bounedjah, and we weren't getting the ball to Belali. And that is why we barely created anything in the first half. But in the second half, Riyad Mahrez, the thing is, when you've got quality players, you only need one chance and they'll take it. And that's the thing. I think we had better quality than Mali. I think Mali going forward are going to be a real powerhouse. When they've got their whole team together and they get their act together, I think Mali are going to be a real threat going future AFCONs. But you've got to say, with our quality, we had one real chance and we took it. Slimani to Belali, brilliant ball from Belali, and the chip from Mahrez. When you've got a player playing in a Champions League final, playing in games like this, he gets the chance, and Mahrez with the winning goal, 1-0. We keep a clean sheet. We go 26 games unbeaten. But let's look at the player ratings. And the player ratings, I'll be honest, they're not going to be that different, because the team didn't really do much, didn't play too well. And I know we kept a clean sheet, but I wasn't that particularly happy with a lot of the performances. I'm going to give Rice and Ball here 6. I thought he was average. He didn't have much to do. Right back Zafan, I'm going to give him a 6. Ben Sebaini, I'm going to give him a 6. And Ben Lamry and Mandy, I'll probably give him a 6 each as well. Or maybe I'm being harsh with a 6. I think they didn't have that much to do. Mali had a lot of chances, but I think Mali wasted their chances, not down to our good defending, but down to how wasteful Mali was. And if they had Marega up front, it would have been probably a different story. So I'm going to give them 6s. I'm going to give Gudiora a 6 as well. I'm going to give Badawi a 5, and I'm going to give Zarouki a 6. And then up front, Mahrez is going to get a 7 for the goal. Belali gets a 7 for the assist, and it was quiet from Bounedjah, who gets a 6 as well. So again, I didn't feel Algeria played that well, and I think playing Tunisia, we'll come on to that later in the week in a few days' time. That's going to be a real test for the unbeaten record away from home. It's going to be tough. Of course, we still keep the unbeaten record in Bleeder. Still never lost a game in Bleeder. That's very good. But Mali changed it at half time. He went 4-4-2. He had to change that midfield because it was awful. We go 4-4-2. I wasn't expecting that change. I was calling for maybe a Faguli or even a Farid Belaya to come on. But he went 4-4-2. Slimani and Bunajah together. We've seen him do it before, 4-4-2. Gave a bit more support up there for Bunajah. But I think the midfield functioned a little bit better as a 4-4-2, and Mali had more to worry about with the goal. Obviously Slimani playing the ball to Belaili, they had more to worry about. We saw Ben Rahma come on, Mehdi Abid come on, Farhat come on, Adam Unas come on. Unfortunately Unas, he's so unlucky, isn't he? He finally gets a chance to come on and he gets injured, taken to hospital. I hope Unas is okay. A nasty clash of heads. We wish him all the best. So Unas on and then off, and then Farhat came on for him. But overall, I think we've seen a lot and we've learned something today, and that is I don't think Boudawi, Zarouki and Gudiora can play together. I think Benassa slots right back in when he's fit. Faguli should have probably played, he's probably being rested for Tunisia, but some poor midfield performances, particularly in the first half. But we did win the game 1-0, and that is my thoughts on the game. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Algeria beating Mali by 1-0, thanks to a goal from Riyad Mahrez, taking us to 26 games unbeaten. Thanks for watching guys, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.